Hello students, today we will start with chapter number 2 Geography, landforms of the earth. Okay, but before we start, what do we mean by landforms? So the surface of earth is not uniform. Uniform means equal or same. There are variations. Variations means differences, and these differences are known as relief features or landforms. Okay, so the different types of landforms that we see, like mountains, valleys, etc., are called landforms. Now there are two types of forces because of which these landforms are created. First one is endogenic force and the second one is exogenic force. Now endogenic forces originate within the earth, that means they originate inside the earth, and exogenic forces originate on the earth's surface. Then endogenic forces are also called as tectonic forces. Why? Because they happen in the tectonic plates of the earth. And then exogenic forces are called gradational forces. Now what do endogenic forces do? They cause upliftment and subsidence of earth's surface. Upliftment मतलब उसको ऊपर करते हैं या फिर subsidence मतलब नीचे करते हैं. Okay, and then exogenic forces modify the irregularities created by endogenic forces. That means they improve these irregularities that are created by the endogenic forces. Okay, they smoothen them. Now there are three major classification of landforms, and they are done on the basis of their elevation, relief and slope. Okay, so we will see in detail what each of these means. So now the first one is mountains. Now mountains are huge land masses that rise more than 900 meter above the mean sea level. Okay, so at least they are at a height of at least 900 meters above the sea level. Now these mountains are the highest forms of landforms. Okay, highest मतलब सबसे heighted है. And then how are they formed? They are formed when the large parts of Earth's crust. What is Earth's crust? The topmost layer of Earth, right? So when this Earth's crust is folded, faulted or deformed, these mountains are found. Now we will look in detail. Okay, so what are fold mountains? These fold mountains are formed due to the folding of the rock strata. Okay, so as you will see in the picture on the right hand side, the colorful picture, there you will see when the two horizontal forces act towards each other, that means the two land masses move towards each other. As you can see the black arrow, they are moving towards each other and then they collide with each other. Okay, and when they collide, it creates wave like bends which are called folds. Okay, so you see in the very third part of the diagram, there is this wave like, so that is the mountain that is created by the collision. Okay, now a couple of examples of this kind of fold mountains are the Himalayas, the Andes, the Aravalli, the Appalachian, are the etc. are the fold mountains. Okay, now what are the characteristics? How do we recognize that these are fold mountains? So fold mountains are the youngest mountains on earth. Youngest मतलब अभी recently बने हैं. Then formed from sedimentary rocks. Then length is more than the width. Okay, so they are heighted rather than being broad. Okay, then they are also arc shaped. As you can see this from this cutout picture, it is arc shape. Okay, like an arc. And now there are two types of fold mountains, young fold and old fold. Young fold mountains are mountains that are formed recently. Okay, now and they have a very high, they are very high and have steep slopes and conical peaks. So for example, like the ones on the picture on the bottom left, okay, the Himalayas. Okay, so they are heighted, steep slope and conical peaks. Now what do we mean by steep slopes? Steep slopes is एकदम ऐसा, okay, like close to straight. And then old fold mountains, they are mountains which are formed earlier, and these mountains are low. Okay, they are not heighted, very heighted, they are low and they have gradual slopes. Gradual slope मतलब ऐसे जाता है उनका स्लोप. Okay, gradually it increases, the slope increases and their peaks are rounded. Okay, like this. Conical peaks मतलब cone के तरह, like this. Okay. Now moving on to the second type of mountains. These are block mountains, or these are also called horst mountains. Now how are they formed? They are formed due to the faulting in the earth's crust. Okay. Now these faults, why do they develop? They develop due to the horizontal tensional forces. Now faults break the crust into blocks. Okay. So as you can see in this diagram, ये जो faults है, जो lines है that are created in the earth's crust, they either push the mountain upward, push that particular block upward, or pull it downwards. Okay. So as you can see these arrows. So they're in the form of blocks. Okay. Now when the block between two faults is raised above the surrounding level, okay. So here we mean this one. Okay. The block that is raised from the surrounding, ये increase हुआ. Okay. Then when two blocks on either side of the faults subside below the surrounding level. Okay, so either this part increases or these two parts decrease. Okay, decrease in height. And when the block between two faults subsides below the surrounding level, नीचे आ जाता है. Okay, and these mountains, they have flat tops. Okay, as you can see, the top part of the mountain is very flat and they have steep slopes. Steeps मतलब एकदम almost towards straight. Okay. Now these raised blocks, okay, जो ऊपर की तरफ जो part आता है, that part is called horst, as it is mentioned in the diagram also. And the part which is below, okay, the part that subsides is called the graben. Okay. Now a couple of examples would be Vindhya range, Satpura range in India, then there is Black Forest in Germany, then Sierra Nevada in US, and the Salt Range in Pakistan. These are examples of block mountains. Now moving on, rift valleys. Now how are rift valleys formed? They are formed due to faulting, breaking. Okay, and these are long and narrow troughs formed by the vertical and horizontal movement in the earth's crust. Trough मतलब ये जो नीचे वाला part होता है ना. So if this is a curve, this part is the trough. Okay, नीचे वाला part. And we know what is vertical. Vertical मतलब standing and horizontal is sleeping. Movements of the earth's crust. And these parts are also called grabens. Okay, so in this figure, the graben part, that is the rift valley. Okay, and the upper part is the horst. Now how do these form? Similarly, the subsidence of the block between two faults. So दो faults के बीच में का जो block है वो subside होता है. That means it decreases. It is this example. Okay. Now usually the rift valleys are long, narrow and very deep, as you can see in this picture. And some examples are the Narmada Valley, Tapti and the Damodar rivers. Okay. In between these valleys, rivers flow. Okay. Now moving on to the third type of mountains. These are volcanic mountains. They are formed because of the volcanic activities. When the volcano erupts, the lava is thrown out and some of the lava accumulates मतलब जमा हो जाता है. Okay. It gathers around the vent. So as you can see in this picture, ये जो अंदर का जो पार्ट है, that is the lava. So थोड़ा लावा बाहर आ गया, it was thrown out. बाकी का rest of it got accumulated around the vent. This opening is called the vent. Okay, and here it forms a cone-shaped mountain. Okay, so volcanic mountains are created or formed because of volcanic activities. This is how volcanic mountains look. Now, why do we need mountains? What do mountains do for us? First, they help in the condensation of moisture. Second, they act as barrier against hot and cold winds. Okay, so they stop the flow of these winds. Then rivers that originate from these mountains, they provide water, okay, throughout the year. Then the mountain slopes are rich. Mountains के जो slopes होते हैं, they're rich pastures. That means good food for cattle and sheep rearing, right? Then the steep slopes provide sites for the building of dams or the generation of hydroelectricity. So generally dams are built surrounding the mountains, right? बीच में डैम होगा और उसके आजू बाजू में माउंटेन्स होंगे. So it provides a wall kind of thing for the mountain dams. Sorry. Then with cool climate in summers, they serve as tourist and health resorts as we go for treks and stuff like that. Then some mountains have rich reserves of minerals as well. Okay. So these are the important. These are how mountains help us. Now moving on, we have plateaus. Now this is the second form of landform. Mountains was the first. Now this plateaus are the second form of landform. So how are land plateaus form? What are plateaus? Plateaus are high lands. High, the name itself explains. High मतलब ऊंचा, heighted. High lands with steep slopes and a flat and large summit area which rise abruptly from the surrounding region. Okay, so as you can see in the picture, उसका जो slope है, it is very steep and the upper part is very flat and large. Okay, and that is why these plateaus are also called tablelands. Why they look like a table. Okay, the surfaces can be flat, rolling or even hilly. मतलब थोड़े mountain के तरह भी हो सकते हैं या फिर एकदम flat होंगे या फिर rolling. That means you can easily roll on that kind of a mountain, roll down on that kind of mountain. And plateaus are the oldest forms of landforms. Like mountains are the youngest, plateaus are the oldest form of landforms. Okay, now some of these plateaus, they can extend for thousands of kilometers. Okay, so an example of that is the Deccan Plateau of India. Okay, and almost every continent has plateaus. Okay, now what they've done is they've divided these plateaus into three types. Okay, so the first one is continental plateaus. So these how do we know that these are continental plateaus? Because they rise abruptly मतलब अचानक से. Okay, so right now there is a flat land and immediately there will be a slope kind of thing. Plateau मतलब थोड़ा ऊंचा, मतलब थोड़ा heighted. Okay, so they rise abruptly from the bordering lowlands. Lowlands मतलब the land which is below and उसके ऊपर ये highland जैसा form हो जाता है. So that those are continental plateaus. Example of continental plateau is this one, the first picture. Okay, this is continental plateau. Okay, then the second one is intermont plateaus. Okay, these are the largest and highest plateaus in the world. Most of the plateaus that you find are intermont plateaus, and a world partly or completely enclosed by mountains. That means उसके आजू बाजू में you will find mountains. Enclosed मतलब it is covered. Okay, covered by mountains. Though, so an example of that is the plateau of Tibet in Asia is the highest intermont plateau. मतलब सबसे बड़ा plateau है. And then there are other examples like Bolivian plateau in South America, the Mexican plateau in North America, and the Tarim Basin in Asia. Now the third kind of plateau is the lava plateaus. Okay, now these are formed similar to the volcanic mountains. They are formed because of the deposition of volcanic materials. That means the lava that is thrown out of the mountain gets deposited on the land. Okay, so uske wajah se it becomes thick and it becomes like a land. Okay, a high land. So it is formed because of the lava plateau. And examples of this are the Deccan Plateau, the Malwa Plateau in India, and the Columbia Plateau in USA. Now, how do plateaus help us? What is the importance of plateaus? First of all, the grasslands in plateau region are used for cattle and sheep rearing. Grasslands मतलब plateau के ऊपर जो grass होता है, that grass is used for cattle and sheep rearing. Then the plateaus are generally rich in mineral resources. Thus, mining is the chief occupation in areas. Then, so I will underline the important parts: cattle and sheep rearing, rich in mineral. So, thus mining is the chief occupation. And then third is farming is carried out on a limited scale in the plateau region due to poor relief, low temperature and less rainfall. Okay, so farming is not a very good occupation on these plateaus. Okay, they are mainly used for cattle rearing and mining. Okay, and the reason is because of poor relief, low temperature and rainfall, less rainfall. So the climate is not appropriate on plateaus for farming. Then moving on to the third form of land form, it is called the plains. Now plains are relatively flat and low-lying lands. They're flat and low-lying, मतलब they're downwards. The mountains कैसे heighted है, plateaus भी they're at an height. Plains are lowlands, and there is almost no difference between the heights and the highest and the lowest points. They're almost flat. That is why they're also called lowlands, because वो नीचे होते हैं. And the surface might be, most probably it is extremely flat, but it might sometimes be rolling or undulating. Okay, मतलब gentle slope होता है. It is not very sloping. Now, how are these plains formed? They are formed due to the deposition of sediments such as gravel, sand, clay and silt by rivers in their valleys. Okay, so there is a mistake over here. You can add the word valleys over here. Okay, V. I have missed out the V. So because all of these things, sediments like gravel, sand, they come and they are deposited in a particular area, and that is the reason why they become plains. Okay, so that is how plains are formed, because of deposition of various sediments. Now they have divided plains into three parts. First one is structure. So the major three divisions are structural plains, erosional plains and depositional plains, and there are two types in depositional plains: alluvial and loess plains. Okay, so we'll go one by one. Structural plains are formed due to upliftment of the sea floor bordering the coast. Okay, so वो थोड़ा height पे आ जाता है. Structural plains are formed due to upliftment of the sea floor bordering the कोस्ट के आजू बाजू का जो एरिया है that gets uplifted, ऊपर हो जाता है. So the examples are eastern coastal plain of India and the Great Plains in the USA. Now erosional plains. What are erosional plains? Formed when elevated lands are worn down to plains due to weathering and erosion, also called peneplains. So erosional plains में क्या होता है, जो लैंड फॉर्म्स थोड़े एलिवेटेड मतलब थोड़े हाइट पर होते हैं. ओके, थोड़े हाइटेड होते हैं. दीज आर वोन डाउन ड्यू टू वेदरिंग एंड इरोजन होने की वजह से जो लैंड है दैट स्टार्ट्स सबसाइडिंग. ओके, कम होने. सो समटाइम्स व्हेन यू हैव सपोज यू हैव वैक्स. ओके, सो व्हेन यू रब वैक्स, द हाइट ऑफ दैट वैक्स डिक्रीजेस, राइट. वैक्स कैंडल का हाइट जो है वो डिक्रीज होता है. सो दैट इज वेदरिंग एंड इरोजन. सो सिमिलरली वो जो लैंड है, लैंड starts getting eroded and the size or height of the land starts decreasing, and this is also called peneplains. Okay, the erosional plains are they're not smooth. Okay, they're rough. ऐसे ऊपर नीचे होते हैं, थोड़े से ऊपर नीचे होते हैं, not too much. Okay, and the examples are West Siberian plain and the plains in the Aravalli region. Okay, now the third form is the depositional plains. They are formed when sediments are brought down by rivers, glaciers and wind are deposited. Okay, so as we've studied before, that as rivers flow, they bring some material, some kind of sediments with them, and they deposit it somewhere. And because of that, the in the first chapter also we saw that because of that we have those triangular areas. What are they called? Tribute deltas. Okay, so the deltas are formed because of these depositions, right? So there are two types now. First one is alluvial plains. Alluvial plains are formed because of deposition by rivers. Okay, rivers bring these sediments, and because of that that particular plain is formed. And lowest plains are formed because of deposition of wind. Okay, wind के साथ जो sediments flow होके आते हैं, because of that the plain that is formed is called lowest plains. Okay, now examples of depositional plains are the Ganga Brahmaputra plain in India, the Wanghe plain in China, and the Po valley in Italy. These are the examples of depositional plains. Okay, now why are plains important? Plains are important because they have fertile soil. Okay, sediments come along with these when these depositions are formed, right? So they help in farming. It makes the soil fertile and longer growing season. Okay, so thus the plains are suitable for agriculture. Now the flat land surface facilitates the construction of roads. Because the land is very flat, we can easily construct roads, railways, etc., and therefore the plains are also used for transportation. Now plains being flat land support agriculture, settlements and transport. Settlements means where people live, areas where people live. Hence they are thickly populated regions of the world. So majority of the population that you will find is in the plains. Okay, that takes place in the plains. Why? Because construction is easier on plains. The flat fertile land along with well developed transportation system favor the growth of big cities and towns in the plains. Okay, it helps in creation of towns and cities. Okay, so now I hope that the various kinds of landforms, the three major classification of landforms are clear to you. Okay, thank you.